Dads, welcome to Cooking with Cameron on the Father in Charge. It's great to have you along this week. Guess what? Time to apron up, time to get to the kitchen. Let's have a go at a pulled pork. Rightio, Dads, it's great that you join us again. I hope your week's been great. Now, pulled pork, it's a great dish. It's a slow cook. So this is one you've got to prepare if you've got some time, because it's going to need about 4 hours in the oven. Now, I did this the other day, and I actually cooked it in the barbecue because the house was hot and I didn't want to overheat the house anymore. So I just used it on the barbecue. Today, we're a bit colder down here, so I'm going to use the oven at home. But if you've got an outside barbecue with a lid, goes awesome. You know, you can throw some, you can do it over coals, I just used the gas because I was lazy. But you can throw some wood chips in there to give it a bit of a woody smell. But there's lots of things you can do. But most of the time when you think about pork, you think pork and apple sauce, don't we? Beautiful taste. Now, we had an orange here that needed to be cut and used. So I thought, wonder what a zesty, a citrusy pork would be like. Now, this turned into an absolute winner. And so I thought, I'm going to cook this for the fathering practice. And it's really simple. Lump of pork, an orange, 2 onions, bit of salt for the top, and some covering. Really simple, really easy, as I said. So, cutting our so a nice sized baking dish. Basically, we're building a little bed for it to sit on. So that's it, nice and easy. That's our base. Now I've just gone to the shops, grabbed a rolled pork. I've got a boneless one. This just saves wasting the bone. When I did it the other day, we actually had a bone shoulder. Now we're going to be cooking this covered, but I'm still going to score the skin. Now I use a little razor blade because it's nice and sharp. So that's taken me only a couple of minutes to put together. Now I'm also just going to throw a bit of orange juice in the base. That's going to help keep it nice and moist. Now, I'm double wrapping this. I'm baking paper into there. And that's it. Now, if you've got a baking dish with a lid, you just put the lid on there. It does the same thing as the alfoil and the baking paper. This one doesn't, so I'm doing it this way because we're trying to broil it. And that's it, all done. I'll talk to you in a couple of hours. Alrighty, Dads, it's been a good 5 hours. Let's have a look. Smells pretty darn good. Woo! Well, we're just going to throw it back in the burner. I'm going to turn it up a bit just to get the top starting to cook, and we'll give it another half hour. Let's have a look. That's pretty cool, hey Dads? So I'm going to leave the oven on because we're not making a roast pork for crackling, but we're doing a pulled pork. Why waste the crackling? What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to skin that off, put it on a rack, put it back into the oven, and that'll crisp up just nicely. So let's get that part done. One other little trick is you need to put the grill on, instead of leaving the oven on, change up the grill, put that up close to it, it should be ready. Just going to let that cool for a moment. I'm not going to waste the juice that's in here. Squeeze that orange juice out with that. So what I'm going to do now is turn this into a bit of a gravy. So just a teaspoon of cornflour. A little bit of water. I'm going to bring this over to the stove. So here at the stove, we're just going to bring it to the boil and mix it up, and that's going to thicken up a bit, and it's going to become a really nice, yeah, just a citrusy gravy. So that's going to take a few minutes. We need to keep an eye. Yeah, crack. Getting there. Well, that's just to show we don't always get it right. My pulled pork, well, it's cooked, well and truly cooked. It's not quite pulling apart as well as it did the other day. Maybe I didn't have the oven as hot as I did the barbecue. I don't know, but it still smells darn good. It's still cooked. Let's call it chopped pork. Now the crackling's come up pretty good. Might crack some of these bits off and put it back in. So that keeps that going. The gravy's cooking away. Gotta make sure it doesn't burn. Right here, Dads. We've got our beautifully cooked pork. We can't call it pulled pork because it didn't really pull apart, but that's okay. Might be the cut, I'm not sure. I'll have a think about that one. Got some homemade coleslaw. Now if you can't make coleslaw, go and buy some. It's all good, doesn't matter. Our gravy's come up really, really nice. So now it's time to plate up. So I'm going to throw it over to you guys. Hey Dads, have a go at making a pulled pork and coleslaw burger. Love to see some photos. Take some photos, stick them on social media. #FatherinChannel, Cooking with Cameron. And till next time, keep being great dads.